This week, the power returned to the Big Brother house.
The public has chosen you to have the power.
Why?
The Power Alliance came together. But there was a twist in the tale.
You must choose which one of you will escape eviction.
Ash.
Which member of the Power Alliance will now face eviction?
Ashley.
He said Zoe is a snake in the grass.
They're just dismissing me, like, you know, they're not talking to me.
It's so horrible.
The troublemakers are here.
So tonight, Ashley, Pav, Stephen and Zoe face eviction. Who goes? You decide. Please welcome your host, Emma Willis.
Hello and welcome to the 9th live eviction of Big Brother. There's a lot tonight. OK, so the Commonwealth Games might be underway, but the real battle between the winners and losers is on in the Big Brother house. Now, poor Stephen certainly lost out this week as his beloved Kimberly blew the love nest, leaving him to spiral into a Britney-inspired breakdown of head shaving and ham on toast. Things got even heavier, and I'm not talking about Mark's physique. He's looking well, isn't he? As his nana would say. I am talking, of course, about the Power Alliance. They had some tough decisions to make, and as a result, we've got a fight between the old and the new tonight. Ashley, Pav, Stephen, or Zoe? It's the four housemates of the apocalypse, but who will ride out of those doors tonight? Well, that, my friends, is down to you. Remember, you are voting to evict. To evict Ashley from a landline, call 090 20 44 5802. Or from a mobile, 650 5802. To evict Pav from a landline, call 090 20 44 5818. Or from a mobile, 650 5818. To evict Stephen from a landline, call 090 20 44 5813. Or from a mobile, 650 5813. Or to evict Zoe from a landline, call 090 20 44 5819. Or from a mobile, 650 5819. Here's Marcus.
Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in tonight's show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you're watching Channel 5+1, +24 or on demand. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.
OK, this week the power might have returned, but unfortunately for one housemate, it wasn't the power of love. Let's remind ourselves of the week's big stories.
This week, Kimberly's shock departure took its toll on Stephen.
Kimberly will not be returning to the Big Brother house.
Oh, no.
Poor Cam. I just want to make sure she's okay, because obviously, like, I've got to face an eviction now, and I've got this on my mind, as well as the fact that Kim's now in hospital ill.
Stephen, do you remember in 2007 when Britney Spears' meltdown started with shaving her head?
Because I walked in here so normal, I've become so abnormal, and I don't understand what's going on.
Steve, he's cracked up. He's making like a fake Kim pillow in his bed every night.
Steve, what you doing with that robot? That camera's just...
God's sake, you must be sitting there laughing your head off with your cup of tea thinking, what complete stupid wimp.
And shocking comments from old housemates weren't the only surprise for the Power Alliance.
Okay, listen to me carefully. Zoe and Pav have watched the show. They know what's going on. They're both snakes in the grass, okay? Don't trust either of them.
The next housemate to face eviction, Pav.
Zoe.
What?
Nominated housemates. One of you is about to escape this week's eviction.
Ash.
So much for having a nice week and we all got on like happy families.
Which member of the Power Alliance will face eviction in your place?
Ashley.
It's so horrible. This is where the game begins.
And a divide began to appear between the original and the new housemates.
Obviously, Bianca said, put Pav up, he's a game player, he's not who he's claiming to be. Then Matthew come up on the screen and he said Zoe is a snake in the grass.
Can we not give any information away to what you've seen? Stick to your guns and say, we're not saying anything.
Helen and Steve are being really cold with me right now. What did you say to them?
I don't want to have to say it again, Pav, do you know what I mean? Because it's not going to get us nowhere.
Just feels like it's like imposters in the house, you know? Like, I just don't think like anyone sort of trusts them. But, well, we're all getting along and stuff, but I think everyone knows that they're in here for something else.
Well, that was then, but this is now. Actually, it's back to yesterday. And Winston and Ash are giving the housemates a killer wake-up call.
Dear 50, 10:03 a.m. Winston and Ash are starting the day with a song.
I'm coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss.
Ashley is thinking about the eviction.
Packed tomorrow, more than likely fucking unpacked. You know when you get that feeling that you just... Like, I know I can say to you because I know you'll know what I mean. Like, you just don't feel like you're going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not... And I fucking said to once, and I think it's going to be between Pal and Steve. I forget that people might actually take that as me being, like, fucking cocky. That's not. I just feel like it's not going to me.
Yeah.
Pav has got something on his mind.
Steve.
Yeah, man.
I was wondering if I could get some advice from you, man.
Come on, then.
I don't know, I don't really feel as if I'm integrating with the group as much as Zoe is, or I'm doing it as well enough.
Right. Why do you feel like that? Do you feel like you know why that is, or?
Yeah, I don't really know why. And I mean, the reason why I'm asking you, obviously, is because I do feel like we are quite similar. I see that there's a lot of parts that I see in you that, you know, I really admire and that I see in myself as well sometimes.
Right. I mean, I don't know if I'm the best person to give you advice, just purely because I wouldn't want to, like, give you anything, I wouldn't want to tell you anything that was incorrect. But if you said, like, OK, well, if Big Brother says, does Pav do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable? Generally, the answer's no.
Yeah.
I'd happily ring you up on a Saturday and go out for a drink and go out on the piss with you. But here, if Big Brother asked me who do you believe is the game player in the house, Mark's with you. And that's just me being 100% honest.
No, I respect that. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that I'm analysing you? I think I really want to just discuss it because it's obviously been on my mind.
I think you're on, what are you now, week 2?
Yeah.
You're where a lot of us were on week 2.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of those sort of thoughts put my way as well.
Yeah, you had it a lot worse. And there's been people here who really haven't been able to integrate themselves. I think that you have integrated yourself.
You've done extremely well, and I think we're all used to each other, like, you know, like our personalities, what we like, what we don't. We know a lot more about each other, and we're still kind of learning that about you and Zoe, but there's certainly no need to feel uncomfortable. You can't be yourself.
I mean, I feel that, like, obviously I said what I said in my VT, like, you know, I'm going to manipulate people into my way of thinking, I'm going to have a game plan, I want to win. My intentions changed when I came in here, like, they changed.
(12:47 p.m. It's the final day of this week's ultimate team shop and task of Reds v Blues. This next battle is all about keeping cool under pressure. One housemate must keep calm while the other tries to raise their heart rate. The housemate whose heart rate peaks fastest will lose. The blue team are still unaware that every game is rigged, so only the Reds can win.
Well, if it's down to anything to do with nerves, I don't think I should be a part of it. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm not going to be calm.
It's round 1, the Scare Challenge. And first up, it's Ashley against Chris.
Prepare for the worst. Don't be scared. Ashley, you've done really well.
He's going faster.
It is going a bit faster.
Go on, Chris.
Just relax.
Just relax, Ashley.
Can you see it on the screen?
Yeah.
You're so creepy! Ah! No, when's this over?
Yes.
This could be classed as traumatizing.
Well done, Chris.
Well done, Ashley.
Yes, actually. There you go.
Next, Stephen needs to keep cool against Ash.
Well done, Steve.
He's enjoying it, there's that way.
Well done.
As Stephen peaked first, it's 1-0 to the Reds. Round 2 is all about arousal. First up, Winston needs not to peak too soon from Zoe's advances.
Are you ready for a lob on?
Margaret Thatcher, Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, Margaret Thatcher, Margaret Thatcher.
I'm covered now.
Winston, you look awful. Don't get aroused.
Oh, he's boxed it.
You know. Jizzed in my pants.
Look what we did to the chair.
Next, it's Christopher's turn in the hot seat.
Laugh, Chris, because your thing goes up, doesn't it?
It's fine.
Come on, boss.
Hold his legs. Hold his legs, man. Put your bum on it. Put your bum on his crotch. Yes, well done, Christopher. You're doing great.
What's he doing? He's got a dick.
Well done, babe. Well done, Christopher.
Did you kiss him?
Oh, Chris, look at your heart beating.
As Christopher didn't peak before Winston, it's 1-1.
Christopher got a 70.
Final round 3 is all about getting personal. First up, it's Helen v Zoe.
Helen! Bloody Helen! I don't like your nails. I want you to get your nails done. You need your hair doing, babes. You need to get the roots done. People have slagged you off behind your back. People think you're a bully. People think that you're nasty.
And you're not.
I don't like your boobs.
They're great.
I don't.
They're beautiful. I love
I don't like your face.
Do you want me out, yeah?
Go on. You're better at this than me. What else?
Go on, put her on the bone. She's struggling.
You've been slagging off Ash. I've seen you do it. Sorry, Helen. That's rubbish.
Finally, it's Pav's turn to face some home truths.
Yeah, so I think, like, you've always come in this house, you're obviously a very intelligent person, but out of everyone in the house who's been and gone, I think you've got the biggest game plan out of everyone. But, unfortunately, you have been rumbled, because the majority of the house have realised that. And I think you realise that they've realised that. I think you are a very intelligent, manipulative, devious person, and I wouldn't be able to trust you ever, really. And I think the next game plan that you'll play is the sympathy card. Yeah.
Well done.
Well done, yes.
Well done.
Come on, team!
Well done, Pam. Well done, Winston.
What is it, 1-1, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Big Brother. Big Brother can now reveal that the housemate whose heart rate peaked fastest was Pav.
Well the red strike again.
This means that with 2 wins out of 3, the red team have won this round of the shopping task.
Still won one.
Oh, Big Brother loves a red herring. OK, time for a minor pause in tonight's proceedings. After the break, we'll be freezing the vote lines and going live to the house to rescue a resident. See you very soon. Later in tonight's show. Now, shortly we're going to be going live to the house to spring a housemate from the eviction trap. But first, we've got more from yesterday, and Stephen's hoping he's got a tissue handy.
1:47 p.m. Some of the housemates are talking about the eviction.
It's going to be the most upset I'll be if you end up going.
I think I'll end up fucking start crying my eyes out at the fucking top of the stairs, saying goodbye to you all.
No.
I actually think you'll be alright now, Steve.
I do. Like,
I'm zoned in though, so I'm put it like this: it's the strongest I've felt in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Chris, Ashley and Mark are talking about Winston's earlier outburst in the task.
When Winston was saying them things, and I thought, fucking hell, Winston, he's very clever lad, Winston is, do you know what I mean?
He needs to pull back, but he used the opportunity.
I think he's brought things to my attention there that previously weren't given to my attention.
Yeah, but the problem is he also then brings it to Pam's attention. It just gives him an advantage if he is playing it. It's like a catch-22, that.
He's not fucking playing me.
No. That's what I've said to him.
Just an hour's chance of that.
No. That's done.
Winston and Pav are clearing the air.
I do think you have had a game plan, effectively. That is how I feel. But I do think you realise that won't work. And I think knowing that will actually, you'd be a lot better after that.
I honestly don't think I had a game plan, but I can see how what I did would be perceived as a game plan. Like, people would think that. And I think I definitely went about that the wrong way. Like, I should have just sort of come in and just sort of just chilled out a bit. But the other thing is, like, people don't really ask questions. Like, people talk about themselves a lot. The only questions people asked me within the first, like, 4 days was the outside world. And I was like, are they talking to me because they want to get to know me, or are they talking to me because they want the information?
I think if someone asks you a question, I think proper go on about, like, basically go all out and say everything. But say if someone asks about your family or whatever, or what you like, I think...
Yeah, that's good advice, man.
Everything. But given the chance, I think just open up completely about yourself.
Yeah, I just feel like anything I do is going to be judged, so I'm just going to try and just give it my all and just open up. Open up and just get stuck in.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man.
Cool.
Good chat, bro.
Sweet.
Thanks, man.
(3:21 p.m. The final challenge of this week's shopping task is a massive endurance test. All housemates have to do is keep their arms raised and stop the gunge from falling. Whichever team member can last the longest will decide everything.
Red team, shortly Big Brother will set you one final head-to-head challenge.
Yeah.
However, this one will be a fair game.
No problem.
Big Brother is not rigging this one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
If any of the blue team endure this task longer than you, then you will lose the shopping task for the whole house.
Oh. It all comes down to this.
Oh, guys.
It's achy, isn't it, already?
Oh my God,
It's annoying me already.
I actually have shooting pains up my
Feels like I've got cramp in my arm.
And I've lost all sensation in the left finger.
You might as well make it easier for everyone and just end.
All right then, if you want to play that game, you want to negotiate, then one of you drop and we'll drop then.
Stephen, this is the red team, we don't go.
I can't feel my hand in absolutely no pain at all.
I've got all sensation.
I was, but I'm not in any pain, so I'll be honest, I can stay all night.
Yeah,
Fuck! Christopher.
Yes, Mum.
If you go now, I'd really appreciate it. Just let go. You don't need to be a hero.
You might as well. I'm not done yet, I'm happy to take a side for a bit.
Why are you trying so hard in this task and you just didn't try hard in all the previous ones?
Yeah, we did.
Because maybe we're not good at other things, Mark, and maybe we want the opportunity to win.
What a display of teamwork, holding your hands up in the air.
Really?
Oh! Yay!
I just moved my fucking arm and it just went. Oh no!
Oh, well done, mate.
Well done, Steve.
Just fucking give in.
I'm gonna have to go.
What?
Just give in.
I'm gonna have to go.
Helen, you're not.
I am. No.
They're all fucking shit at everything.
But
What's he gone?
What?
right, no, because I really need to
Take your head right back.
We've got nothing to prove, Ashley. Well done, Ashley.
What if we all just drop at the same time?
Well, I thought the same. But then is everyone going to do it?
No. Is everyone going to trust each other?
It's not fair.
Yeah, unfortunately, I actually don't trust everybody on your team.
Why don't we?
Just
let us win.
I'm not going to trust them.
We're fucking winning 4-0. Blue
So
team
much.
3 remain, red team 3 remain. Just for my own satisfaction, I want to give things a damn good go when I can.
There's no
It's
point.
very bothering me.
There's pointless. This is not the time for personal fucking journey, Christopher.
All right.
You don't need to fucking prove yourself to me.
There you go.
Mine was just stuck by
Oh my god!
Come on, Mark, let's be having you.
Nah.
Nah, really?
Oh, that's unfair. You can't do that. I'll leave it out.
Why did you put your head forward?
Do you want to get it in my eyes?
Go on then. Is that where we're going then?
Me and you, kids. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Whoa, whenever you...
Hey!
Nice one, Ash.
Right, Pav and Winston.
So, go on, Pav. Don't let go of Winston now.
We all agreed on this?
Yeah.
Ah! Hey!
Hey, there you go.
Winston!
Congratulations!
Come on, son, release it!
Get under it, you dick.
Congratulations, Red Team. You have won a luxury shopping budget for the week.
Yay!
Blue Team, you will have basic rations.
Hey!
However,
What?
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
for the past 2 days, all the games except this one have been a fix. If the red team could turn the blue team into a bunch of losers by beating them without Big Brother's help in the final end game, they would win a luxury shopping budget for the whole house.
I'm
Really nice. You in my head. I was like,
We had to be part of it. We had to speak to you like you would be losers.
I did. You were the same as me.
oh my god!
Well, you can't win them all unless you're the red team. And then quite clearly you can. Okay, which housemate is more stubborn than a stain in Ash's pants? Let's find out who won't be vanishing this evening. It's time to talk to the house. Big Brother house, this is Emma. Ashley. Pav. Stephen. Zoe. The viewers have spoken. Your fate is sealed. For the last 3 days, the British public have been voting to evict. I can now reveal the housemate with the fewest votes, and therefore safe from eviction, is... Zoe. Zoe, you are safe. Ashley. Pav. Stephen. We'll be talking to you again later on this evening to reveal who will be evicted.
100%.
That was a bit better that time, actually, yeah.
Well done, Zoe. Come here, girl.
Ashley got cheers as well.
You better be making me brekkie, kiddo.
It's definitely a double.
Zoe is a happy bunny. OK, vote lines are once again open. Ashley, Pav or Stephen. Who ends up on the losing team tonight is entirely down to you. Remember, you're voting to evict. To evict Ashley from a landline, call 090 20 44 5802. Or from a mobile, 650 5802. To evict Pav from a landline, call 090 20 44 5818. Or from a mobile, 650 5818. To evict Stephen from a landline, call 090 20 44 5813. Or from a mobile, 650 5813. Here's Marcus.
Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in tonight's show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you're watching Channel 5+1, +24 or on demand.
You can find terms on the Big Brother website. OK, we've got a teeny, tiny timeout, after which we'll be back with a very special friends and family. Stephen's partner, lover and possible future wife is going to be here. Yes, Kimberly, she's returning. See you in 2 seconds. To Big Brother and our 9th live eviction. 9th already. Now, before the break, you decided Zoe should live to fight another day in the Big Brother house, which means Ashley, Pav and Stephen are still sparring for survival. So here to champion their nearest and dearest are the housemates, friends and family. And first up, guess who we're joined by? It's Kimberly!
I'm doing so much better today, thank you.
Good. Now, we didn't obviously have you here last week because you left the house unexpectedly because you weren't well. Are you feeling better? Are you going to be okay?
Today was the first day that I actually thought, you know what, I feel a lot better. Yeah, and I'm going to be okay.
Okay, and are we expecting the very first Big Brother baby?
Can't you see my twins right here? My twins.
I see twins right there, but I can't see twins in your belly. How do you think he's getting on without you?
I think he's doing really well, actually. He's trying his best, and I think it's all right, yeah.
What about the whole robot Kimberly thing, though? That's slightly worrying, no?
I thought it was cute! I thought it was endearing, if I'm honest, so...
And what about the haircut? Is that endearing?
Actually, with the suit, it looks pretty nice.
Okay, we spoke about it a couple of days ago on Bet on the Side, and you was like, oh, I'm not too sure about it, so it's growing on you.
With the suit, I love it, yeah.
He gets chanted quite a lot. For the past few weeks, he has got booed quite heavily. And obviously, since you had your little fiddle under the duvet, 2 Second Stephen has become his chant, which he's now heard and seems to take in good spirits. What do you think of it?
I think it's great. Bring it on. I mean, like, why not?
The chant or the 2 seconds?
Well, it wasn't 2 seconds, was it? So
we only saw 2 seconds, which was quite enough, I think. Now, this week, you've met Stephen's family, and I know Stephen's mum, Lynn, is over there as well tonight. How was that?
It was amazing. They were really warm and welcoming, and that was exactly what I needed.
Okay, I spoke to Lynn. She was on the show on Bet on the Side last night, and she did say that it was really lovely because on Sunday, as soon as you came out of hospital, you went over straight away to see her to explain everything. And she said it was just so nice of you that you kind of wanted to clear everything up.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, like, things are more intimate person to person and off camera, so it was really nice to clear everything up and just explain myself and everything.
How do you think he's going to get on tonight?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of 2-second Stephen going on, so I'm really not sure.
Do you know what? He has been absolutely fantastic in that house, and he's delivered some of the best one-liners we've ever seen. But I almost want to see you reunited, just to see you reunited.
Fair play, yeah. I do want to see him, but obviously I do want him to continue his journey. There's a lot of mixed feelings. Yeah.
He did say that if you left, he would follow behind you, but he didn't.
Well, I told him in the dining room that if he did, I'd slap him in the face, so...
That's a good point. Who do you think should leave tonight?
I think it's entirely up to the public.
Oh, Kimberly, come on!
I do, though. I felt the same way in the house, and I feel the same way out here. That's honestly my opinion.
Okay, Kimberly, thank you very much. I love you.
Thank you.
I love you so much. I'll never leave you.
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
Kimberly, everybody. Next, it's Ashley's mum, Mary. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
She's had a tough old week, hasn't she? With the whole Power Alliance and then the twist at the end of the week. How do you think she did as the Power Housemate?
I think she dealt with it maturely and responsibly. And she stood by her decision, she stood her ground. So.
Were you surprised that she stayed so strong after Danielle left? Because they did have a great friendship, and obviously she was taken out last week after Kimberly wasn't there.
Yeah, I think she became actually more stronger, and she came out of herself a lot more. So I think it was not such a bad thing.
Okay, and were you happy to see the friendship flourish with her and Chris as well?
Definitely, yeah.
So you're happy she has a friend like him?
Yeah, of course. It's a lot of support for her, and that's what she needs, I think.
Who do you think should lead this evening?
I think Stephen.
Why? Why Stephen?
I think because it's just me all the time, and I think people just don't want to know any more about it.
Okay, Mary, thank you very much. Mary, everyone. And next, and finally, we have Pav's sister, Rav. Rav, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah? He's getting such a harsh reception.
I know, I don't really understand it. I think 3 ex-housemates came in, distorted the truth, totally lied, and now he's had to deal with it all, and he's not been given a fair chance. He's only been in there 2 weeks.
How do you think he's dealing with it? He's obviously, quite a few of them are having quite a tough week this week for different reasons. We've seen him, try and find out from people, try and get an honest answer from people, yet no one seems to really want to tell him what's going on. How will he deal with that?
I think what it is that Pav is probably one of the only people that is actually real in there. He has a problem, he addresses it with Big Brother, he talks to the people to their faces. What am I doing wrong? Help me grow, but nobody's giving that back. He tried to speak to Stephen yesterday, I think, and Stephen just threw it all back in his face. For what? I don't really understand.
Okay, Rav, who would you like to see leave this evening?
I'd probably like to see Stephen leave because I feel like he gets a bad reception. It's not really fair. And also, he was picking on my little brother last night, and I didn't like that.
Okay, Rav, thank you very much. Friends and family, everyone. So the power might have got them into hot water, but it's down to you to pull the final plug on one of our housemates. Remember, you are voting to evict. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. To evict Ashley, add 02. To evict Pav, add 18. Or to evict Stephen, add 30. Here's Marcus.
Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in tonight's show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you're watching Channel 5+1, +24 or on demand. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.
Right, let's head back to yesterday, and the girls are chatting and plotting.
6:46 p.m. Helen and Ashley are bonding.
These weeks are flying.
It's so scary, isn't it?
You're going to be in the final, Ashley.
I don't think so.
You will.
I think it'll...
You've really like... Things have changed in the last week for you.
I just find it seriously scary that, like, I remember 6 weeks ago saying, yeah, probably about another 2 weeks I'll last.
I know.
It's scary. It's just scary, you know, how certain circumstances and environments can make you feel a certain way that you didn't even know was in your personality.
Oh, God, I know. Jesus. I've looked at loads of stuff I've said and done and thought, what?
It's smart.
Sometimes I think you feel a bit like barricaded.
No, that contributes to it all the time.
Yeah.
Stephen and Mark are still confused about the newbies, Pav and Zoe.
Like, my instincts telling me that he's a lovely lad and somebody that I'd want to be friends with, and he's like lovely and genuine, but I feel like I'm living in fucking limbo, do you know what I mean?
It's like, that's the thing with Zoe. I think she's great.
I do.
To me, she's been nothing but pleasant.
Yeah.
Nothing but a laugh.
Yeah.
Nothing but a sport.
A ray of...
Just a ray of sunshine. And in the outside world, I would choose to have her as a friend. Yes, okay, when we came in, she made a few remarks about my relationship with Kim, but so did Pav, because it looks like that from the outside world.
If he is playing a massive game, then he's aware of all that now, and he's going to then go on to another different game.
What did
he say to you in the...
But that's what I said. I said that you are going to go on to a different game then.
Do you know what? I honestly God believe that he came in with the intention of having a game plan, but I don't think he's had one in a year. But am I just... Because I am fucking naive, and I do take people at fucking face value, so...
The biggest judge is going to be tomorrow. We know Pav's going to get booed because of the last week. Unless he's not. I know I'm going to get booed, but I don't know about Zoe. I'll be interested to see what Zoe's reaction is.
I'm interested to see as well.
If it's outright, complete roaring cheers, then there's nothing wrong with the girl. And I don't believe there is.
And if she does get massive big cheers tomorrow, then I'll say to her, listen, I just wanted to apologise because I've doubted you all week.
At 8:39 p.m. Zoe is talking to Big Brother.
I feel all right about tomorrow. If I was to stay, I might become an outcast, so to speak, of the group, because some of them might have stronger bonds, and that's fair enough. I was aware of that, but I feel like I fit right in with the group, to be honest.
Do you still feel like a new housemate?
No. I feel like I've been here for decades. I feel like I've settled in kind of really well, actually.
Mark and Christopher are talking about Zoe.
I like her a lot. We get on really well.
No, I like her a lot.
And we're really similar, but because you don't know what Matthew told me.
That's what's annoying me.
And I can't tell you, because you'll be giving it all out.
I think you're too sensitive.
I'm not. I'm just sensitive enough.
Yeah, I don't like not being trusted with things.
It's for your own good.
No, not really.
I promise you it is.
I'm not a baby. I've done all right.
No, you're not a baby, but you're my friend, and if I could protect my mates, and I always will, and I always...
How come you'll tell Helen or other people about stuff and you don't tell me? I'm not stupid. I know you talk to Helen about things that you don't tell me about. You're not thick.
You're my mate, something to educate about here, and if I don't tell you something, it's because it's for your own good, do you know what I mean? Don't take it like I'm fucking patronising me, because, oh, they look nice, Ashley. Wow. He's saying that he thinks that I'm just being patronising him, but even though I'm not. Please don't ever think I'd patronise you.
No, it's not that, Mark, but it's just whenever I ask you something to tell me about something, and it's kind of like, no, it's better off you don't know it. At the end of it, no, but it's not necessarily what that information is,
I'm
Mark.
not a shit theatre.
No. When do I ever stir shit?
I said me.
Just because I'm not the best person to stand up for themselves in an argument doesn't mean I'm not very clever. And
do you really stop on waiting over right now?
I'm not putting words in your mouth.
When did I say you're not clever?
No, you didn't.
Did you do us a favour, Christopher?
No.
Just fucking leave that out.
No, but...
You're very intelligent.
Right, okay, but go back to the point I was making. You kind of treat me as though like you're like my dad, and I'm like a child, and you're protecting like a child.
Yeah.
I'm not that sensitive, Mark. I can handle a lot of crap. So it's just, I just find that it's something, I'm just saying it to you because it's how I feel.
I just feel like you've taken something that I feel like I've done for you as a positive, and you've just turned it into a negative, and you're interrupting me again.
No, but I hadn't finished. You interrupted me. I hadn't finished. I just want.
Something that for me was a positive. I felt like I was like looking after my mate, but you've just Made it sound like I'm patronising you and I'm babying you and I'm sorry for fucking trying to look out for you, so next time I'll think twice about what you're capable of, because I did think I was doing it as a positive.
You know, I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. I can listen to things. That's why it's hardly a big deal. I just wanted.
Mark, how's that coming along? Because I don't know how. I think these chairs are gonna be done for.
2 seconds. Sorry, I was just distracted.
That's alright. I can do it.
Mountains are the molehills.
Mark my words, this isn't the end of Mustafa. Right, we're off to try and get an eviction prediction out of Mark's tea leaves. But when we return, we'll have bags more from yesterday and we'll be saying ta-ra to one of Big Brother's tenants. Don't go anywhere. Now, earlier tonight, Zoe was saved after receiving the fewest votes so far, which means Ashley, Pav and Stephen are still walking the eviction tightrope. Now, voting will be closing for good shortly, so this is your last chance to have your say. Who do you want to see tumble out of that house tonight? From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. To evict Ashley, add 02. To evict Pav, add 18. To evict Stephen, add 30. Here's Marcus.
Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in tonight's show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you're watching Channel 5+1, +24 or on demand.
As always, you can find terms on the Big Brother website. OK, it's time for the final delivery from yesterday. And someone's glad to be moving in the right circles.
(10:41 p.m). Zoe and Ash are talking about their housemates.
Everyone's actually successful. So I think if they'd put me in a house with normal people who are like, I work in Tesco or whatever, that's fair enough. But for me, I would have too many stories, too much life experience, and people wouldn't be able to keep up on par with me with conversation. Do you know what I mean? But everyone in here is actually really successful.
We were saying it's such a different house, this.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's more or less the same age and stuff, and like, you've never had a situation where like people have like ended up getting together like this much and stuff. It just doesn't happen usually, does it?
No.
To me, coming in this house hasn't been about the tasks. It hasn't been about drinking refreshments in the evening. It hasn't been about
If
smoking.
you're fully honest with yourself.
It's been the biggest emotional journey of my entire life. It's made me realise, coming in here, that 5 years ago, Kim wouldn't have even taken a second look. And that's not because she's a bad person.
No, it's not.
It's because life genuinely doesn't put people like me and Kim in the same place at the same time. And do you know what? I have been on such a huge journey in this house. And if I go on Friday...
Yeah, I think everyone has
everyone
noticed
has.
that. I think
I
think everyone's noticed what
I know you have, and I see it. And I went for over the last 7 weeks when I've seen how self-confident you are. It's made me realise that I've probably got more in common with you. And I've probably got more in common in that sense.
I know, yeah.
It's mad. It's just mad. It's just absolute madness. And that's why I like the whole process generally. If I go out those doors tomorrow, which law of averages, and if you're a bookmaker, you're going to throw your money on it. Well, I'm going to sit back and think to myself, I have been through probably the bestest possible experience I could have ever done in my life.
Absolutely.
Not for the tasks, not for the Big Brother experience, not for the press, not for nothing, for me.
For you.
And to walk out there and know, do you know what? For the first time, I feel like I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. I'm me, and if you don't like me, don't talk to me.
Good.
And it's taken me probably 23 years to realise that.
Good.
(12:50 a.m).
She's a lady. Go on, Stephen. Go get another one, we all love.
She's a lady.
Go on, one more time.
Come on. She's a lady. I'm not doing it anymore.
Why?
Stephen, would you do?
Everyone loves it when you do it.
Oh my god! I just shit myself. Oh my god!
Ashley's talking to Big Brother.
Are you surprised by the bond you formed with Chris?
If I think back to when I introduced myself to him on the first night, yes. I never thought we'd be this close friends. When you think of your stereotypical 33-year-old man, it's not exactly Chris, is it? So like when he was like, oh, I'm Chris and I'm 33, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like moving on, and like I thought he was a nice guy and he was fine, whatever. I just never thought we'd be that good friends. But we have like loads in common, and he's really funny and keeps me sane half the time.
Who do you think might go tomorrow?
Obviously it's hard. Like I got a good reaction last week, and I was voted for Power Housemate, but that could have completely changed my reaction. Like the public could absolutely hate me now. So that would mean it would be me, but I don't think it's going to be Zoe unless something drastic's happened in the last week that I'm unaware of. So I don't think it's going to be Zoe. I do think it's going to be between Stephen and Pav, only based on last week's reactions between the four of us.
Would you feel more guilty if one were to go than the other?
Nope. Nope.
Go on. Stephen, come on, give us a bit of gold finger.
They're happy with it.
Look, you just went to do it then. You just went to do it.
Brand new mic today.
I can't.
Gold finger. Go ahead.
Gold finger.
Goldfinger? I wonder if that's Kimberly's pet name for him. Okay, it's about time we started taking care of business. The vote lines are now closed. Please do not call, as your vote won't be counted. After the break, we'll be granting your eviction wishes as we make one housemate disappear in front of your eyes. See you soon. Welcome back to Big Brother, and it's eviction time. Tonight, Ashley, Pav, or Stephen. One of them will be the 9th housemate to leave the Big Brother house. You've been voting since Wednesday, and the results are finally in. It's time to talk to the house. Big Brother house, this is Emma. Ashley. Pav. Stephen. The viewers have spoken. Your fate is sealed. For the last 3 days, the British public have been voting to evict. I can now reveal the housemate with the most votes and 9th to be evicted is... Stephen.
I knew it, guys. Come on, mate. Love you.
Stephen, you have lost your place in the Big Brother house. You have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes.
I'm going to go to the top of them stairs and rock it. Don't you worry about me. Chris. That's it.
They're saying 2 seconds, Stephen, but you got this, man. Don't worry.
Love you.
Stephen, you have been evicted. Please leave the
Don't you
Big
get upset, all
Brother
right?
house.
I'm going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to go and see Kim and my family. Love you to pieces. I'm going to be rooting for you. All right?
Smash it,
Stay
Andy.
strong in here. No upset. I want to see you all do really well. I'm going to be rooting for all of you in my own life.
Stephen, please leave immediately.
I can hear Kim. 2 seconds, Steve.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Love you.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relationship with Kimberly. Hopefully, he'll last longer than 2 seconds. Welcome back to Big Brother and the 9th live eviction. I'm joined by our latest evictee, Stephen. Shut them out for a little bit.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be out, sat here? You've been in there for 7 weeks.
Yep.
What's it like now?
Really good. I did sort of anticipate going tonight. I thought my time had come. But yeah, obviously I'd like to have made the final and got in the first day and then left on the last, but I'm happy to be out.
You did quite well, 7 weeks.
7 weeks, yeah.
Quite well with time in there. You didn't do so well when you were nominated. You weren't very happy when the Power Alliance picked you first.
No.
But then every other time that you've been up for eviction, you've not taken it well.
No.
Why not?
I don't know what it is. It's really intense in there. So when you get nominated by people you've had a conversation with 2 or 3 minutes before they've gone up, you do feel a little bit cheated by it.
But you've done the same thing.
But
to
obviously
other
I've done the same to other people.
And everyone has to nominate someone.
But it is very intense, and then everyone at some stage will have complained about, oh, I'm up for this reason, you know, and kicked off.
But you
about
seem to
it.
take it particularly.
Yeah, I do. I don't
personally.
think you cannot take it personally.
Okay.
You know, I was offended by Ashley and Chris putting me up for nomination just purely based on their reasons they gave me, and the fact that Chris and Ashley contradicted themselves 24 hours afterwards. So I just thought, you know, if you're going to put me up, just tell me the truth and be honest in my face.
Okay.
So I was a bit
well, they did
disappointed.
try to clarify why they nominated you. But would you like to see it?
Go on then.
Here you go.
Ashley, who has the Power Alliance decided to nominate?
We've decided to nominate Stephen. We felt maybe that a lot of the time he talks about himself. He kind of brings just everything about Stephen to the group. Like just having a conversation, and he kind of ignores a lot of people, or he'll ask people like questions and then he just doesn't listen to their answer. And I knew Chris would 100% agree, so I kind of just said Stephen and he was like, yes.
So, watching that back, and they have obviously kind of touched on it with you personally.
Yeah.
And in tonight's show, we've seen you say that you've been on quite a journey. You've kind of, you know, learnt things, met people, you know, had this whole experience. So, looking back at it now with time and a little bit of perspective, can you see where they were coming from? Do you think they had a point?
I wouldn't say I can see where they're coming from, but it wasn't explained to me like that. It was explained to me that when I say, how are you in the morning, that that I walk out the door. And I don't know if I'm doing that or not. I don't believe I do. I always try to be polite to people in the mornings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're entitled to their opinion. I still don't necessarily agree with the decision, but
it's, you know, they're entitled to nominate. They were asked to do a job and they did it. And that's
And
why
it's part and parcel of the show.
It's part and parcel of the show, and that's why I said to them at the time, I respect that you've been in a difficult position. Why I was annoyed was because I wasn't told the real reason why, and I've just heard it on the screen there.
OK. Well, what isn't part and parcel of the show is falling in love.
I know.
And this week, we saw the love of your life leave the house.
I know.
So how has it been for you without her?
It's been really difficult this week, obviously because it wasn't a normal eviction. You didn't get your 30 seconds to say goodbye.
Yeah.
It's just been a really difficult week, and having just like her there and then she goes, there was no goodbye. There was no period where you sort of could say like, if I go, you know, I'll be waiting for you or anything like that. So very difficult week.
Were you nervous about whether she'd be here tonight?
I didn't know if she was going to be well enough, but obviously I see her when I came down the stairs, so got a big smile on my face.
OK. Well, your story with Kimberly has kind of been your main story. It's dominated your time in the house. Let's have a look at the two of you together.
If there's someone else, you need to tell me, Kim.
Just make sure that your feelings are neutral and make sure that you understand the definition of dating.
I wasn't supposed to come in here and fall in love with someone.
Do you want to do this?
Do you think you could see me as a husband?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Why did you bring these in?
Why wouldn't I? What?
If that was me, I would chop them up and chuck them straight in the bin. You know I love you, don't you?
I love you so much.
I love you, and you apparently love me, Jake. You love me. I love you.
Can you now please leave the diary room via the door to your left?
Kimberly will not be returning to the Big Brother house.
Oh, no. You poor cow.
Kim's been gone for one day, you've got a face mask on, painted nails and a baldy fucking head. What are you going to be like after 1 week?
I'm wasting away.
How do you feel watching that back?
It's just been an amazing journey. I didn't ever expect to meet anyone in the house, let alone fall in love with anybody. And it was so unexpected. From day to day, there was different things that were happening, and then when my mum came on and said what she did, it sort of rung alarm bells with me, and I was like, what do I say, what do I do? And in that kind of environment, you just have to have a sort of jerk reaction. And everything I did was real, and as I say, it's sort of
Well,
like...
certainly a couple of things you did was very real, and that was have sex on telly. Not many people have had sex in the Big Brother house. In fact, there's only 5 that we know of.
Right.
So you're one of them. You're in the top 5, Steve.
Oh, God.
Did you ever just not think, do you know what? I don't think I should really do this. I'm on telly.
I didn't. There was no sort of like... It was so unconscious. And you just get a bit carried away in the moment, I suppose. And
I know you get carried away
there was no
in the
kind
moment,
of...
But you're in a house with 50 cameras.
I know, and as I say, I don't regret anything I've done in the house. I'm fortunate enough to have met someone that I really love, and, you know, I'm happy with the journey that we both had.
What about the fact that there's 10 other people in the room?
Well, only Ash and Helen.
And I know you get carried away
Yeah.
in the moment, but you don't know who's awake.
No,
Anybody
I don't.
could have been awake.
I know that
And
Ash...
there were people, you know, like Danielle,
Yeah.
no matter whether you believe what she says or not, she has those morals, and that could have been really uncomfortable for her had she have been.
Yeah, and I know that Ash, Helen and Winston were the only 3 people that actually heard anything. The rest of them hadn't got a clue until they were told.
Yeah.
So, although that's no consolation, we did try to be as discreet as possible with it. It wasn't like it was full-blown sex in a room with no covers on and everyone was screaming and shouting, do you know what I mean?
Back
Oh,
just
yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
it's the most graphic sex we've ever had. And yes, there's no covers there, but you see full-on missionary position. We know exactly what you're doing. Your little bum is going up and down, Stephen.
Oh,
let's forget about sex. You did it. There's nothing we can do about it. But you fell in love very easily.
I did.
Is this normal for you? Because it was very quick, and
I've
for
only-
some people, slightly unrealistically quick.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I have fallen in love only once before. So when I know, I know. And as I say, I do love Kimberly an awful lot, as cringy and cheeseball as it may sound to everyone else. But everything in that house was 100% real, and actually both of us took massive offence to it if anyone would sort of say it was fake or showmance.
Now, I think part of the reason why you're here tonight was the sex thing. People found it quite uncomfortable.
Right.
And I think the other part of it was during your relationship, you sometimes appeared quite controlling.
Right.
Now, I know you kind of brought that up we saw you kind of talk about it. You didn't want to seem like, you know, you were making her do things, or you were kind of causing this, that and the other. Do you think you behaved that way? Do you think she felt controlled at all?
I would say absolutely not. I think there was an awful lot that was thrown at me, considering it was like a new relationship.
Yeah.
Things that we had to deal with together. And obviously there's 24 hours in a day, and there was lengthy conversations that took place between both of us.
Yeah.
And I stand by, I believe that we dealt with everything as well as we possibly could at the time.
You did say, you know, you felt like her past was thrown in your face all the time, especially that week when there was a task going on and there was lots of things happening. But everybody has a past.
Yeah.
And she can't change her past.
Absolutely.
So I think the things like the arguments, and lots of times you would always say, what you're doing is making me look bad, and then the cutting up of the photographs. I think it all felt slightly uncomfortable sometimes to watch.
Well, obviously the way you've explained it is not how it planned out at all.
Yeah.
There was always, like, we hardly argued at all. That's the funny part about it. We only had, like, a few disagreements about certain things where we had difference of opinion. But generally, you know, we got on like a house on fire.
Yeah.
And everything has been dealt with together, and I believe everything's been dealt with as best we possibly could in that environment.
You did have a lot thrown at you. There was obviously, you know, Kimberly admitting that she had been in a relationship on the outside. Then your mum came in and said, you know, be careful. Then Pav came in and said she has a boyfriend on the outside. Then there was the picture incident. That's a lot to kind of happen in a short space of time, especially in such an intense relationship, in an intense situation. So do you fully trust her now?
100%. 150%. And I trusted her when I was in there. And the thing is that although there was all that shit that went on from, you know, the moment that I walked in, I always said that I judge you and you judge me and we judge everyone else on the fact that we walked in at the beginning of June. And there was an awful lot of shit that was thrown at me, and also a lot of shit that was thrown at her. And I just think, in summary, we dealt with everything as best as we possibly could, and we're going to get criticism for it, but I stand by everything that happened in the house and the way that both of us dealt with it.
Well, listen, let's get on to happier times,
Yeah.
because Kimberly's come out of the house.
Yeah.
She's met your family
Oh.
whilst you've been in there. And we had her on Bots the other night. Would you like to see what Kimberly had to say about getting married?
Oh, really? OK, right. Oh, God.
There was talk of living together, marriage, prenups. But if he did propose, what would you say? Because I think he might.
I think right now is a bit premature to know. In my head, it's not a definite no. Like, I am falling for him. It's not just like, you know,
So you see a
showmance.
genuine future?
Yeah, I do. No,
Okay.
I'll be there.
Oh, I thought it was carrying on. I was like, what's she going to say next, even though I was there? Do I need to buy a hat? What's going to happen? You've talked prenups, you've talked moving in together,
but we
you've
had,
talked
like,
marriage.
those conversations that were in a joking manner, but, yeah, I'm probably going to go down as one of the cheesiest housemates ever, but I do believe she's someone that I will potentially marry.
You
yes.
may be cheesy, Stephen, but you've had some of the best one-liners and you've been absolutely brilliant. Here are your best bits.
Thank you.
Wow. I think I've just done something in my trousers.
Yeah, he's kind of like a bit of a landslide.
I've joined the Mile High Club.
He's really intelligent.
I think it's one of those experiences that you either make friends for life or you don't.
Yeah.
I came in this house a ruthless businessman who'd turn any fucker over. But there's people that I've met that have clenched my heart in their hand.
You'd crack up if she went first. You'd actually lose the plot.
Kimberly will not be returning to the Big Brother house.
Oh, no. I feel really upset. It just feels as if I'm getting so much thrown at me day in, day out.
Stephen looks like he needs a doctor.
Stephen, do you remember in 2007 when Britney Spears' meltdown started with shaving her head?
Because I've walked in here so normal, I've become so abnormal, and I don't understand what's going on.
He's such a sweet guy.
He's a good lad.
He's been a very good friend to a lot of people in the house.
Oh, babe, I don't want to see you having a bonk.
2 seconds. My time in the house has been absolutely incredible. I've just met people that have really left a stamp on my life. Sounds corny, but it's the truth.
Now, Stephen, we've got something that we'd love to give for you.
Okay.
And we're going to reveal it to you in 2 simple words.
Okay.
Open it. Come here! You're still on telly. We don't need a reenaction of what happened last time. How is it to be together again?
Oh, I missed her so much.
Oh, I don't need to
So
give him
much.
that.
It was only a week. It was only a
Really?
week, but I did miss her so much.
It was a week, but a week can feel a long
It
time
did,
when
yeah.
I imagine those 5-6 weeks you spent in there together probably felt like months.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing tonight?
I'm going to drink a lot of alcohol tonight, and I'm going to spend the evening with Kimberly, if she wants me.
Okay, your mum's here as well.
Thank
Good to see
you.
there.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
mate.
Stephen, thank you.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thank
babe.
you. 2 seconds, Stephen. 2 seconds, Stephen. I tell you what, he took the whole 2 second Stephen thing in such good spirits. Okay, so listen, I've got big news. This weekend, the power will return to the house, where it will not be in the hands of the housemates. It will be in the hands of you, the viewer. You are the power housemate, and tonight you can use that power immediately. Who do you want to protect from next week's nominations? Yep, you can have your say on the Big Brother app right now. Click on the poll icon and take part. Whoever you choose cannot be nominated and will not face eviction next week. Come on! And that is just the beginning, because all next week you will be in control, you will influence and you will twist what happens in the house. So please use your power wisely, lovely public. Okay, up next, it's a bit on the side with Rylan.
All right, babe, I'm going to be giving Stephen a bot-style grilling with the help of Helen Adams, Denise Welsh, Danielle and Kimberly's going to be here as well. So get yourself down here, sharpish. Come on.
I'm running. Right, as ever, the Big Brother website has all your latest house news, and the highlight show will be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We'll see you here next Friday for the 10th live eviction of the series. Thanks for watching and good night.